My name is Merve Bedir, and I'm an architect from Ankara. But now I live in Holland. I have been living in Holland for 7 years now. But I do projects elsewhere in different parts of the world. Yeah, the topic is the river, Maritsa River. So that was it basically. The definition of the work was to be the curator of one architecture week for 2015 with the theme Maritsa River.
So I think it's early to talk about details of the festival, but what have you done until now? What the shape of the festival? It's taking something.
The structure of the festival will not be too far from last year. For the people who remember it, or for the people who don't remember it, it is going to be composed of an exhibition of interventions, of actions like workshops and other things that are about people acting, and also interventions. Have I said this before? There will also be lectures, talks. So in terms of the structure of the festival, it won't be different than last year. It will be the same, but now we will focus on the river. We don't want to look at the river as a border. As a border in the city, as a border between the north and the south of the city, as a border between nature and culture, between European and non-European, because it is also a border between Turkey, Greece and Bulgaria. So we want to look at the river as a connecting element rather than a bordering element. What this means is that we want to connect both sides of the city on the river. And this is actually something that's really missing here. It seems like people of Plovdiv don't really use the river. And we will try to do this year a bit of that. We will try to pull people to the river. That's one of our aims. But then also we want to actually connect the cities that are along the river. So Pazarcık, Plovdiv, Alexandroupolis from Greece, and also Edirne from Turkey. So all these small cities that are along Maritsa River, we hope to somehow connect these cities as well. So we really want to dwell on the fact that the river is something that runs through different geographies, and use that as a potential for Plovdiv.
You've been to the river already a few times. What do you see as a problem from an architectural point of view?
From an architectural point of view, well, it actually shows already that there are two main roads on both sides, so people can't actually reach to the river easily. You have to cross this street here and the other street on the other side. So if I want to come by the river with my child, I have to cross these streets. I think it's an obstacle, it's a big obstacle, and this is a mistake that all cities have fallen. I haven't seen any cities that didn't build road by the river or by water. So this is the best thing you can do to break the river from the city. So this is a big mistake. We should find ways to basically bring people to the riverside without having to cross this busy street. Basically, that's one. Two is people should be able to go down the riverbed when it is not high water level, and it is also not that possible. It is possible on this part and a little bit on the other part, but it's not much on other places, and I think that's also a mistake. People should be able to go by the river, really, like on the river bed, when it's good weather and when it's lower water level, etc. Third, well, of course, I mean, I left it to the end, but there should be quality public space by the river so people can spend time there. They are willing, so it is attractive for people to go there and to spend time there. That's also one thing that we mentioned in the curatorial statement. We will do picnic there, we will talk there, we will produce there, we will sunbathe there, we will spend time there with our friends. So we really want to test good public space so people can come and spend time. It's attractive. You know, one thing that was really interesting for us, that the rowing channel is much more attractive for people, and this beautiful river is not. So this is a shame that people go to something that's man-made, and there's something beautiful naturally here, and people prefer not to use it. So I think it's important to be able to revitalize the riverside.
What are your impressions about Plovdiv until now?
It's a beautiful city. I don't know if I hope people of Plovdiv are aware that they are living in a beautiful city. Mainly because it has so much diversity. When I walked into the city in the first place, I walked from the central square, and there you have this view of modernist planning. Like, it's a straight street, pedestrian, with certain height of building on both sides, and it's so this kind of feeling. And then suddenly I turn right and there's a mosque, and I turn left, there's a synagogue, and I go a bit further, it's a church in a courtyard, which is in this building. And then I walk a bit further and it's Kapana. It's a completely organic structure with shops and workshops and houses at the time. And then I go a bit further and there is this hill and this old city, which is again a completely different architectural style and street structure and social structure. So I think it's beautiful the way that the city was formed. And in that sense it feels lively, just because of these different patterns that come together. It is very valuable.